Good morning and welcome to the Sunday show. I am Joel Almeida and with me is the financial doctor of Goa, Dr. Celso Fernandez. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Joel.
How are you?
Good. It's a pleasure to be with you here in the morning.
You got a nice bright smile on your face today. Is there any particular reason for that?
Yes, we had a very good program which was on YouTube, and this program was basically the 5 golden rules that the rich follow.
Yes.
Anybody who follows these rules can never escape from being rich.
Never escape from being rich. That's a new way of looking at it. Tell me, how can I become rich?
Well, to summarize again, if I tell you, the biggest difference that I noticed between the rich and middle class is middle class usually work for money. They remain dependent on their salary throughout their life. Whereas if you see the rich, they are never dependent on their salary. In fact, they make more money while sleeping rather than working. In fact, it's the money which works for them in reverse.
So it is true that poor remain poor in our country and the rich become more richer?
Yes,
is that true?
Yes, that is the main thing which I was trying to stress. Because what happens is financial literacy is not taught in schools and colleges. And when you don't teach the students about the basic rules that you have to do as far as money management is concerned, how do you expect them to actually grow rich? If you don't teach the basics in school, how do you expect them to grow rich? And these rules are so simple, which I explained on this Wednesday. I'll tell you, it's not difficult to grow rich at all. Anybody can grow rich.
I think financial independency should be made a subject in schools as well.
In fact, we tried doing it and it has been introduced actually for the 9th standard students, but it is not taken seriously from the practical point of view, because in the 9th standard, students don't have that much of maturity and they don't understand as far as what money is concerned. But if you introduce it in the college level, say when the child reaches 18 or 19 years old, that is the actual time when the child wants to learn about money. So if you introduce it in colleges rather than schools, it will make a very big difference.
Well, I think the education department should inculcate this into the education system, and I think you should be made the president or made the minister of financial independency.
Not at all. Never a minister. No chance.
So FIRE is an abbreviation for something, right?
Yes. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. In the sense, once you are able to achieve financial independence, you are able to follow your passions. You don't have to work for money, but money works for you. In fact, what we have noticed is if you can achieve this financial freedom early, you tend to live longer. Because the longer you have to work for money, the shorter your life becomes. And what we have is like an analysis what we have from WHO. Anybody who needs to work for money beyond the age of 55 usually dies by 65. And the one who is financially free by 50 usually lives beyond 70.
Now that's something I learned this Sunday with you, Dr. Celso. Something I do every Sunday. I learn something from Dr. Celso, and I believe all our listeners as well are learning from you, Dr. Celso. It's always fantastic speaking to you, and it's a learning process for all of us. Thank you for being our teacher.
Thank you.
The story of Samantha. It was 5 a.m., time for Bella to start with household chores. Although during the lockdown induced by COVID-19, neither she nor her husband had to go to the office, Bella was still up as she liked to sip coffee and plan her day in the stillness of the early morning hours. As she entered the living space, Bella was startled to see her soon-to-be 16 daughter sitting atop the round dining table in the lotus position, her eyes closed and a thin smile playing on her lips. Bella sighed quite audibly, which broke Samantha's meditation. "Mom, why are you breathing so loudly?" Bella had never seen her daughter up so early ever before. "What are you doing up so early in the morning, especially when there is no school?" "Mom, you know it's my birthday week, and though my plans to hang out with my friends are ruined due to social distancing, I am trying to spend more time with my thoughts. I was practicing visualization to ensure that I achieve all my future goals," explained Samantha. Bella was impressed and she gave Samantha a thumbs up before moving on to the kitchen. Samantha followed her. "So what have you both thought about my future?" Bella laughed and said, "Well, since you were visualizing it, you can tell me better." Samantha was upset with her mother. She thought it was more important to plan her future well ahead in time, and her parents should participate in the process. "Mom, it's no joke. I do have some plans for the future, but I need you and Dad to help me chalk them out," fumed Samantha. Hearing the commotion, Albert, Samantha's father, walked into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes. "What's the matter?" he mumbled. "Dad, I am turning 16 soon, and I need you and Mom's help in planning my future." "Huh? And this is an auspicious time to do that, I see." Albert humored himself. As the three of them moved towards the dining table to resume the conversation, Albert remarked, "I am glad that you are concerned about your future, my dear, but your parents have it all figured out. We will spare no expenses in getting you a professional education, after which you would be on your journey to leading a prosperous life. And what if I fail to get admitted to a good college? Or worse, even after a good education, if I am not able to secure a high-paying job, what then?" "Pat," came the reply from Samantha. Bella and Albert paused to contemplate such a situation. "You both take good care of me. However, you have never taught me anything about handling money," she complained. While Albert and Bella wondered, where did it all come from, Samantha resumed, "I have been reading a lot of story blogs on financial independence and financial literacy on a particular site. One of the stories featured a girl who was well-raised and well-educated. However, since her parents never thought it important to teach her how to save, invest, and manage money, she fell into serious financial troubles despite having a good salary." Albert and Bella looked surprised as they never considered any of this. Samantha had more to add. "Do you know that many youngsters in big cities live like the rich poor, unable to manage their expenses? They practically starve while dressed in designer clothes." Her parents grew concerned. "Darling, we never thought of things this way. Tell us, how can we help?" asked Albert. "Dad, I want to choose a career I am passionate about. This could mean that I may be doing something that doesn't give me enough income in the initial years." Samantha looked into the distance before adding, "I want to build a future where I don't have to work for money. I want to create ever-increasing wealth to meet my living expenses." Bella seemed incredulous. "But how is it even possible? Everyone must work to earn a living, Sam. And how do you plan to create wealth in a short span?" Albert nodded in agreement with his wife. "First of all, it is possible to earn a living without working for it. If you build enough wealth, your money works for you each month instead of you working for it. It is surprising that you guys aren't aware of it. Priya and Amy from my class have already joined an Achievers Club where a financial mentor guides them in creating wealth. About creating wealth, it is not as hard as it sounds. All we need to do is to invest small sums of money regularly for the next 10 years or so. Meanwhile, we need to reassess our financial and life goals, analyze our expenses, and make provisions for increasing investments each year. I have already started to distinguish between my needs and wants, and it has helped me in saving from my pocket money. Small but regular investments have the power of creating substantial wealth over time." Albert and Bella gaped at their daughter in wonder. After the initial surprise, they realized that each word uttered by Samantha made perfect sense. Over a round of freshly brewed coffee, the family spent some productive time in drawing a rough financial plan. They also pledged to work together under the guidance of a financial expert to begin their long due journey to financial independence. Now, youngsters like Samantha are waking up to the concept of having a financially independent future where they could live their dreams without the stress of earning a wage. Free from the stress of earning a living, tomorrow's adults would have more opportunities to address their talents, be kind to others, and to live happily. So coming Wednesday, what's on the itinerary?
Well, on coming Wednesday, we are going to be showing where exactly these rich people park their money. How is that they become rich whereas the middle class don't become? What are the main differentiating factors between the rich and the middle class? Like, where do we park our money? How do we make the money work for us? As well as where do we get maximum returns as far as India? And the most important is how lucky we are to make money in India itself. So much so, I should say, all the foreigners are actually investing into India, but it is we Indians who feel that India is a very poor country. Actually speaking, I should say India is one of the richest countries.
Your gateway to richness, of course, is through the Navemarg Foundation. F.I.R.E, Financial Independence, Retire Early, will feature on the next episode, the 29th of July, this coming Wednesday, on Navemarg Foundation, of course, on the YouTube channel. Have you subscribed to our channel as yet? Do subscribe, hit that bell icon as well so you get future updates. and you grow richer along with the Navemarg Foundation family. Thank you, Doctor. It has been an absolute pleasure spending this Sunday with you, and I look forward to the edition, which is coming up on Wednesday. You have a fantastic week ahead.
Thank you, Joyd. It was really a pleasure being with you here today at the studio.
Dev Bore Karu.